In this video, I'm going to be explaining the meaning of real estate due diligence and why it is important you conduct a proper due diligence on any property you want to buy before you go ahead to buy it. Hello, my name is Kristas. I'm your favorite real estate consultant here in the city of Portharcourt, and I bring you the best of real estate investments in the city of Portharcourt. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back to this channel, and if you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe to this channel, click on the bell notification and do well to give this video a thumbs up. Now, what is due diligence in real estate? Due diligence is the step you take to confirm the authenticity and genuineness of a property you wish to invest, to confirm if it is fit for the purpose of which you are buying that property. Every real estate investment have the potential to make you money, and at the same time, if you make any mistake while investing in real estate, it also have the potential of making you lose all your investments. So it is very important that before you buy any property, it is important that you take your time to conduct a comprehensive due diligence on that property you want to buy before you go ahead buying it. A comprehensive due diligence will reveal to you the true owners of the property, the size of the property, the transaction history of a property, market appraisal of a property, and also a predictable return on investment on that property. Due diligence will also make you discover if there is any pending dispute on the property you want to buy, and also if there is any encumbrance on that property, like the government encumbrance or any encumbrance from the community. It is a thing of surprise that people go about before they buy a phone. They go about browsing about the phone, they go online, they browse about the phone, they check reviews about the phone, what people are saying about the phone. But it is a thing of surprise that people go about buying properties that is probably the biggest investment they have done in their life without carrying out proper due diligence to ensure that what they are buying is fit for what they actually want to use it for. Many incidents of people being duped of their hard-earned money when trying to invest in real estate is because of not conducting proper due diligence on the property they wish to buy before they invest. If you hear people telling you how they end up being duped of their money, how they end up losing their money because they want to invest in real estate, it is simply because they fail to conduct a proper due diligence on the property they want to buy before going ahead to make payments for that property. So many land documents that is carried about, so many deed of conveyance, survey plan, C of O, gazettes that is carried about are fake. And it only takes a proper and comprehensive due diligence to figure out these truths. Prospective land buyers are strongly advised to strictly investigate, strictly carry out due diligence on any property they want to buy before they go ahead to buy that property. So I am going to be explaining some type of due diligence you need to know. I'm going to be explaining some type of due diligence that it is very necessary that you carry out this due diligence on any property you want to buy before you go ahead buying that property. So some of the type of due diligence that I'll be explaining today is legal due diligence, we have the company due diligence, we have administrative due diligence, we have structural due diligence, and also we have the neighborhood due diligence. Now, the first one on my list, legal due diligence. What is legal due diligence? Legal due diligence is concerned with the legal aspect of property ownership. It has to do with confirming if the person who is selling that property to you have the legal ownership over that property and have the legal rights to transfer that property to a purchaser. Because if a seller doesn't have the legal rights to own a property, then it is impossible for that person to transfer legal rights of that property to the person who is buying from him or her. It also involves verifying the authenticity of the document that relates to that particular transaction. Another aspect of legal due diligence is verifying to know whether the law as it relates to real estate transaction in that particular state is followed when acquiring that property. The next type of due diligence on my list is the company due diligence. Before you buy a property, it is very important you verify the company that is selling that property to you. This process of company due diligence involves making thorough research about the company that is selling the property to you. It involves verifying who owns the company, how long have they been in business, where is their office located, are they registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission, who have they sold to in the past, and what are these people saying about them. These are many more questions we should ask when conducting a company due diligence. But in a case where you are buying the property from an individual, not a company, it is very, very advisable that you conduct a local intelligence research before buying from an individual. If you're not buying from a company, then it is important to conduct a local intelligence research on that property before buying. The next type of due diligence on my list is called the administrative due diligence. Administrative due diligence have to do with conducting a search on the various institutions that have been empowered by the government to oversee real estate transactions in the states. These institutions include the Land Registry of the states, the Office of the Surveyor General, and also the Corporate Affairs Commission. In Portharcourt, where I reside and where I present, some of the institutions is the Greater Portharcourt Development Authority and the River State Housing and Property Development Authority. That is for River State. The next type of due diligence is called the structural due diligence or the integrity test. This type of due diligence is carried out if you are buying an already built property. If you are buying a building, it is very important to carry out a structural due diligence, and this is done by a structural engineer. You take a structural engineer to the house to inspect the property to know if the materials with which the property was built is quality materials and the property is durable and it is fit for the purpose which you want to do. Now, the last type of due diligence on my list is called the neighborhood due diligence. This type of due diligence involves you going to the place where you want to buy that property, looking at the neighborhood, inspecting, investigating the neighborhood. Is that the kind of place where you want to live? Is that the kind of place that is fit for the business you want to do in that particular location? It is very important to investigate the neighborhood that you want to buy a property. You look at if there is electricity in that place, if the road to that place is accessible. You look at the security factors of that neighborhood where you want to buy, if it is something that is going to affect your real estate investment. So it is very important before buying any property to carry out this due diligence before buying a property. Most times it is important that we take the service of professionals to help us in carrying out this due diligence. Professionals like lawyers, surveyors, and realtors. It is very important that we engage their service when carrying out this due diligence. Like if you want to buy a property, it is very, very advisable that you don't just collect the documents of a property and you proceed to the land registry to conduct a search on the document. It is important that you take a trusted surveyor to the site, they pick up the coordinates from the site and they proceed to make investigation about that property from the coordinate that they pick from the site, because most times some of the documents that people are carrying around are having fake coordinates. Yes, because somebody may buy a property in a place that is under government acquisition, but because they want to register their survey plan in the land registry, they are going to give that place a fake coordinates in order to register it in the land registry. So it is very important that when conducting due diligence, it is very important that you don't just collect a land document and proceed to the land registry. It is important that you go to the land that you want to buy. You pick up the coordinates from the land and you proceed and make every investigation that you want to do with the coordinates you have gotten from the land. It is also very important that you engage the service of a real estate consultant, because they have a better understanding of the environment, they have a better understanding, and they can advise you on the best step to take before you invest in real estate. It is also very important that you engage the service of a lawyer to carry out the legal aspect of the due diligence. So these are some of the steps that you need to take when investing in real estate. Remember, I said from the beginning that do not buy a property without carrying out proper due diligence on the property you wish to buy, to ensure that it is fit for purpose, or else you will stand a chance of losing your money to fraudsters. So if you are getting value from this video, I would like you to subscribe to this channel, click on the bell notification, and also do well to give this video a thumbs up. Till I come your way next time, I remain your favorite realtor based in Portharcourt, Chris Asika. Bye bye.